Alright, welcome back everybody. This is another broadcast with Zero the Undying. We are... playing Ace Combat 6. Again, we are trying to play through Ace Combat 6, beginning to end on Ace difficulty, not the downloadable content difficulty Ace of Aces, but the highest difficulty available in the base game, just the vanilla game, Ace. And we're going to try and do this with only the F-16C. I do have some DLC planes. I do have the ultimate CFA 44, which I believe you only get for beating the game on a certain difficulty with all S rank. I can't remember for sure exactly how to get that. In any case, very high-end plane, shoots like 12 missiles at a time. Pretty cool piece of machinery. But I'm not going to use it. I'm going to try and get through the entire campaign. And I'm not speed running this. I did die once. It's not a big deal. But just gonna try and get through the whole thing while using only the F-16C and the weapons that are available for it. Let's see. I did say something the other day, the last time I was on here, yesterday, about the character Melissa and her husband, the pilot. And it turns out I was incorrect in what I said. What I said was, I believe that this is a misdirect. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, I just turned on my stream and then the noise was all the way up. Whoops. What I had said was, I believe that the plane with the name Melissa on it was a misdirect and that her husband actually survived. In fact, I believe I said, I think the main character, the character you play as, Talisman, is actually her husband. That was like a theory of mine. I unfortunately was mistaken. It seems her husband did in fact die, and that was not a misdirect. Regardless, not a huge deal. It's just a matter of continuity, and I'm kind of a specific guy. I like to be right, so I don't want to tell somebody something that's not true. I like to be correct and factual. So I did look up the wiki. I mentioned that I knew I could look up the wiki anytime I wanted to. So I did do that earlier today, and double-checked my information on that. So now we're up to Bartolomeo Fortress. Bartolomeo Fortress, a common first name in Italy, I suppose. Maybe not super common, maybe even uncommon, but a man's first name nonetheless. Bartolomeo.
The final remnant of Estevacian forces on this island is concentrated on Mount Marcello in northern Kessid.
Mount Marcello
the enemy
and
is
Bartolomeo
distributed
Fortress.
throughout this mountainous area, with Bartolomeo Fortress as its center of operations. Providing a variety of high-level defensive measures and offensive might, this fortress also boasts strong anti-air capabilities.
And it's not a fortress in the traditional sense. It doesn't have like big metal walls. It's just a huge like mountain range, like lots of space. You can see how spread out that all is. With I believe only a couple of main approaches, just littered with like howitzers, pillboxes, and other defenses. There are some gates you have to break open for Warlock and Quox battalions, but beyond that, there aren't really traditional walls. It's not a self-contained fortress like a castle or anything.
We need you to help guarantee their success on this mission. And success on this mission is measured by how much support you can provide them.
Operation C is purely anti-air. And there are going to be members of Strigan team, or Strigon, I don't remember how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I believe people in the game itself refer to them as Strigan team. But I will probably be going with the multi-lock air-to-air missiles. Probably. So that's going to be all anti-ground, and boom, anti-air. Primarily, there will be some ESM. You can see the little blocks on the ground there. This is going to be a pretty long mission comparatively. The first few missions are quite short compared to this one. This one's significantly longer. Oh yeah, all the different planes have different stats. I do love the A-10. I think it's just a beautiful design. But we're not using that. We're using the F-16C. And I'm actually kind of tempted to use the rockets after seeing their performance in the last mission. I think it was, what was that, Sipley Field? This is very tempted, but I do believe there are going to be enough aircraft that I'm going to want these. If I use the rocket launchers, I do get 20 shots, and I believe when I was using them before, I noticed, I could be wrong, but I think each time you fire, it fires like 12 or 14 rockets or something like that. Yeah, time to see some great writing. I mean, it's a great story. It's just, man, some of it can be so cheesy. I do love it, but so cheesy. Thanks for joining me, Jack Killer. Nice to see you. But yeah, I don't know. I think I want to go with the air-to-air missiles. There will be enough air targets for that, definitely. And they help so very much against Stricken Team. Trying to use just the F-16, it can be a little bit stressful before a mission, thinking like, okay, what do I have ammo for? What do I need in order to finish the mission? What's the best way to go about, you know, limiting my... oh, I would, but I already said at the beginning of this stream yesterday that I was going to try and use the entire, like, just use the F-16 through the entire mission, through the entire campaign. I don't think I've ever used the F-16 only through the whole campaign. I've done the CFA-44. I did an attacker aircraft through the entire campaign before. Yeah, I'm going AA. I'm going AA for sure. So we'll line that up. Here we go. We'll get started on this. But yeah, I did the attacker aircraft run through. I did the multi-role aircraft run through. I even ran through with just the CFA-44 through the whole campaign, but I don't believe I've ever done just the F-16. So we're going to try, and I didn't put it in the title because I don't plan on making it it's not a hard, you know, not a set thing, not a guarantee, but I'm going to try. I'll get as far as I can. The one mission I'm almost certain I will fail using just the F-16 is the liberation of Grace Maria. That could be a real challenge using only this plane, this low-end, balanced average plane. Sukhoi campaign time? Sorry, I don't recognize
Warlock Battalion is heading for the first checkpoint at a steady pace.
Yeah, I'm not. I feel like I should know that word, but I don't. I really feel like I should know it's the flanker. Oh, yeah. What is that? The SU-47? 47, I think. Yeah, sorry, I said FU, but it was SU-47 flanker, or is that the SU-37 flanker? I can't remember for sure. It could actually be the SU-33. Oh, man.
Block's battalion is approaching the first checkpoint now.
Please don't shoot another missile at me. Thank you.
Missile evaded. Garuda 1, ESM is active.
Oh, shoot. I overshot him. I overshot him and then I lost him.
First checkpoint.
There we go. I got him now.
Warlock Battalion has arrived at the first checkpoint.
Yeah, you can see that first missile trailed him. That second missile with the chute took a much tighter turn and actually cut him off a bit. That's what that chute does for you. Anybody who has already played this game knows that, but just for anybody tuning in who does not already know, those chute missiles, whoo boy, they turn tight.
Lock on.
I think I've got these guys at a disadvantage. I'm pretty sure those two are going to hit. Pretty sure they're dead. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Okay, I do not like this enemy ESM. Yeah, SU-27 possibly, or the 30 SM, which also, that, the 37, the 47, and the 57, I believe are all also in Ace Combat 7. Where is that ESM? Yeah, I know they've got a lock on me from the ground. I'm trying to figure that out. There's the radar. Get dead. Ha! Okay. Yeah, you keep dealing with him. Those guys are non-targets. I want to kind of save my ammo for the important things. Stuff I really need. Now, these might miss, but I did notice one of them is turned away from me, so I'm kind of hoping I get more than one hit. That's one. That's two. Yes! I think I got the other two as well. I did not see them pop up on the kill feed, but I do see, yep, I saw the little trails leading to them, and they are dead, so that is fantabulous. Fantabulous. Love it. Yeah, definitely some good planes, those SUs. Terminator is one of them. I think maybe the 37 is the Terminator and the 33 is the flanker. I do not remember for certain.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed. Keep providing
Did
cover
that?
for
Oh my
SAFE.
goodness. Freaking, oh, that AA gun just tanked the shot for the radar. So my missile missed. Oh, and that's a SAM that's down there below me. That's
Fox
a little
Battalion has
scary.
lost
That
half its
guy's
forces.
still
The
active.
situation is getting worse.
Down behind me there. I think this is a good shot. Oh, I missed the shoot there. Oh, didn't matter. He was dead. Alright, first missile behind me.
Warlock Battalion has lost half its
Looks
forces.
far enough away I can outrun it, and I got this guy at a disadvantage, so I might... Oh, but I missed my fire window. Missed the shoot window on that. I think I overshot
Radar
him.
lock.
I did.
Shamrock, Fox 2.
Just there. Oh. Not sure who you're shooting at, but you won't be doing it anymore. Alright, I got a couple of F4Es up here with me. More ESM. I really hate this ESM. That ESM can all die.
Anti-aircraft
I will
gun
be
taken out.
I will be fine with that. What was that? Sorry, I missed what you said. Also, the Russians who want to develop a hypersonic interceptor with a flight Mach 5. I missed that part that you said there, right? And then the 33 is the carrier variant. Yeah, okay. So they're all technically flankers. I do believe one of the ones you mentioned in there was the one that was called the Terminator, but I, again, could be wrong. Do not remember if it's the SU-37 or not. I'm not up to date on all of my military codes,
Fox 3.
call signs, whatever.
The enemy has you on radar. Enemy aircraft down.
I got one. Fired 4, got 1. That is really awful statistics. For anybody keeping track at home, that is 25%. That is terrible. I keep forgetting I only need 1. Awesome. Okay, so now I will have special air cover
Enemy elements have
that I
been shut
can
down
use. You can see
throughout
my little
mission
bar at the bottom
airspace.
left there.
Well done,
I'm sure
Garuda
you've
team.
probably played this one, right? Right, Jack?
Garuda team, get Fox Battalion
Yeah,
ahead.
this is the one you have the ability to call in teammates for. You know what? I'm not going to waste those. I know I have 21 of them, but... Wait, did somebody else just... I think somebody else shot that before I did. Oh, fantastic. It was probably Shamrock. He's always there. Stealing kills. Being himself. He's really a good wingman in this one. One of those things you tend to get a lot in video games is like just a really bad teammate that doesn't do anything. Ace Combat is not that bad about it. They've always had teammates that at least kind of shoot things for you. They may not always get kills, they may not even really do damage, but they are good distractions and they do shoot things, which is nice. Terminator's the 37. Okay, just checked. Thank you, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm not really up to snuff on all the different ones. There you are. Alright, there's the howitzers up ahead. What's my other target right there? Oh, it's a pillbox. That I can quickly strafe and then peel away, I think.
Ground target
There we
has
go.
been eliminated.
Now, I do not want to be Yep, I see you over there. How you doing? Oh, good. Whoo, buddy. Shamrock has really got my back in this mission. The last mission, he was letting me down, but this time, he is on it.
Warlock Battalion has arrived.
Don't really
at the
need to
second
shoot when you're
checkpoint.
firing at the ground, but it's nice to have. Boom, boom. Alright, so that's 4 more targets dealt with. Come over here. Gotta say, one of my absolute favorite aircraft ever since its inception was the F-22 Raptor. That thing is just,
The mission is
like,
going as planned.
oh, I can't even remember what it's called. Beyond visual range,
Battalion is approaching the second checkpoint
radar
now.
and weaponry. It's just super duper cool. Crazy how expensive it is. But yeah, amazing piece of machinery. Terminator's a really cool one too. Insane how durable Russian engineering is, typically. Just like from the AK-47 to a lot of their planes just being really bulky and durable. Just
Warlock's Battalion
lots and
has arrived at
lots
the
of
second checkpoint.
armor and just somehow just redundant. I don't know if it's just redundant construction or what it is. Very, very durable though. Typically stuff from Russia tends to survive stuff that it probably shouldn't. Including the Russians themselves. I don't know if you've ever seen it's not even a picture, it's a video of the soldier who got shot in the head with what was probably a ricochet or something. Most likely it was not a bullet straight to the forehead, but they're prying it out of his skin because it's kind of embedded in his skin a bit. With like a pair of pliers. He just is sitting there laughing like, oh wow, I can't believe I got shot.
Was destroyed.
But yeah, just man, them Russians, crazy. What was that? Let's see. Project Ace assigned with BAE Systems use their Tempest 6th Gen fighter. Oh yeah,
Provide cover immediately.
I had heard about that, and I don't remember which game it was supposed to be. I also forget what the Tempest is. I can't remember if that was A failed. Oh, I didn't help Warlock, that's why. I'm over here doing this with Quax. I've been sitting here talking. Yeah, I'm not used to this. I gotta get back into this and learn to play and speak at the same time. I've been taking my sweet time lining up targets here.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
There. So we got B and C. Warlock failed, but that's all right. AC8, yeah, that sounds about right. That definitely sounds about right. I'm gonna say I don't think that's the one that's in. I don't think that's in 7. So it would make sense if it was 8.
Talisman, it's time to mop the floor.
Oh man. But yeah, it was one of those things. But like.
Enemy fighters have been detected. 2 enemy fighters approaching.
Oh shoot. Oh, he is right on me.
Reaper's emblem. Those are the aces who attacked Grace Marion.
You guys can stop talking like anytime if you want.
Now's our chance to take them out. Bullseye.
So hopefully one of those two. No, he's probably gonna dodge him. Yep.
Almost ineffective.
And he's a little bit faster than me in that Su-33, so... Oh. Ah, missed the window, but I did get a hit. Got a really good hit, actually. Not sure how I managed that. I missed my window for the shoot again.
Plane in gun range.
And I overshot him, and he somehow turned around way faster than he probably should have. I kind of lost track of him there for a second.
This is Shamrock.
I keep missing the window for that.
Fox 3. Enemy kill confirmed.
There it is. Okay, perfect. I was gonna say I really don't want to have to use it on the first one, but I can use it on the second one once he's close enough. Come on, you gonna turn around or what? Here he comes. All right, come on, man. I definitely hit him, but man, he is getting really far away from me. Why are you running? I'm not used to him getting almost 30,000 feet away from me. I'm used to him just flying out like 15, 16,000, and they come flying back super fast. Kind of like that. As soon as you put your radar on, as soon as you get a lock on, they fly away. Oh man, I didn't even get the second missile to track. Killing me here. As soon as he gets close enough, I'm doing it. Come on. Let my friends deal with you. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, I've never had them run out of the range before. That is crazy. I'm going to get hit by some flak coming down here, so here we go. There's a flak gun. There's a flak gun.
Artillery has moved into
Ah! Got both of them. I really hate those flak guns. Okay. That Strigan is still up there, and I don't necessarily like leaving him alive, but I may kind of have to, just because I can't necessarily deal with them.
lock on you from the ground.
Man, those were some accurate shots. Good job, whoever was manning those particular guns. That was fantastic. All right, I found a Sam.
Roger.
Let's turn around and use another one. Line those guys up. Oh man, everybody hates that Sam.
Sam kill confirmed.
Sam's dead. Missile coming from the Strigan. There we go.
Shamrock, Fox 2. Missile evaded.
Prefer to get a little higher
Enemy
before I
fortress
turn
threat
around
level
and
has been
skim the
reduced.
ground.
Garuda team, don't let your guard down.
Another Sam just popped out, and it's dead. Alright, so that takes care of those.
Launching missile.
Oh, that's on the other side. That's fine. Pull up a little bit, get out of range here. There's that 8. I knew there was ESM here. I don't remember the first Ace Combat I played, but it was for the PS2 and played for about 12 hours straight. Sounds about right, man. I think the one I first played was Ace Combat 4. You play as, I want to say Mobius Squadron, and you play, I think like all the other members of Mobius Squadron are going after the Yellow Ribbon Fighters, I want to say, and the Yellow Ribbon Fighters I think were in either Flankers or Terminators. Oh, crud. I thought I might not get out of range of that Sam fast enough, but I did. We're okay. But yeah, that was one of the ones I played. I think they were all in F-22s. I think that was the one that had an F-22 on the cover. I think the F-22 had just been like declassified not too long before that, so it was pretty special. It was pretty cool and new. That was a really, really good one, but it was crazy hard. And like I said, I'm not 100% certain, but I think it was Mobius Squadron you play as in 4. And then 5, I remember playing as, what was it, Blaze? I think it was Blaze. And I think your wingmen were like Edge, Chopper, possibly PJ? Or something like that? I don't remember. Man, somebody is shooting a lot of cannons at that radar, and they missed every shot, too. Oh, wow. Look at all them cannon shells just flying through the air. I think that's what those are, cannon shells. Oh, no, there is another flak gun. I do not like that.
Anti-aircraft artillery
Strafe that real quick. Come over here, strafe this howitzer.
The enemy
Just
fortress
inside
is
its hitbox and pull away. Okay.
Our ground unit
Whew.
almost has it under
Oh
control.
yeah, Ace of Duty. I've never heard it called that, but yeah, absolutely. I've played Assault Horizon. That was a really interesting way to make the game, but man, it was so weird. It was not the Ace Combat I'm used to, not at all. But oh man, yeah, that was an interesting one. I really enjoyed some of the dogfights in that. But it was so strange.
Sam destroyed.
I've got an itch on my leg, and I'm trying to itch and play at the same time right this second. It's just... Oh, okay. I don't want to run into the mountain, but I need to get lined up on that. I can't get it to target. It's one of those things that always kind of bothers me a little. Oh. Can I get it? Yes, I got it. Okay. Turn around and end this mission real fast. Then I can talk some more. I do love talking so much.
Lock on.
Double missiles for the win, and I've still got 4 AA missiles and 25 regular missiles. That is not bad, considering the number of targets in this mission, but a few good uses of the ally attack at decent moments instead of just sitting on it the whole time probably would have helped. I did end with one of them still remaining. If I was speed running, I'd be kicking myself right now, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, the whole America good, Russia bad story doesn't really fly. Yeah, that's true. I didn't pay much attention to it because at the time I was in college taking a French class. Yeah, I definitely did see what you did there. But the like, what was it? The French class I was taking, they were like, oh yeah, one good way to learn a language is to watch movies and play video games in that language and talk to people in that language. So for a little while, for like I think 3 or 4 weeks, I was playing all my video games with French options enabled. And I was also watching movies in French and waking up every Sunday morning to watch public broadcasting in my, like a local broadcast in my area of like a television series that was all done in French. It was kind of cool. Helped you learn French. But I've now forgotten almost everything from my time in college, which now is 10 years ago. So not a French speaker, not by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, that was an interesting time. I was really enjoying learning French, and it was a lot of fun to be in college and do things like that. Stressful though, very stressful. But yes, I played Assault Horizon. The long story short, I don't remember most of the story because I played the whole game in French and I didn't understand like half of it, but it was a fun game. I'm glad I played it, but it's not a game I would go back and play again. I would not necessarily try to achievement hunt and get everything from that game or 100% it. It's not something I would try to speed run. It's not something I would try to challenge myself to play through with restrictions, like, for example, only using the F-16. Things like that I probably wouldn't do with Assault Horizon. The other games, however, playing 4 or 5 or revisiting like this one, 6, or 0, Ace Combat 0, The Balkan War on PlayStation 2. That is another amazing game. And, oh, I did get Kentaver. I didn't even see him up there. But yeah, I did get him. Good. I'm a little disappointed with the B on the Objective B, and I'm a little disappointed that I actually legitimately failed Objective A. But I got a respectable S on the second part, and I did alright. I got an A for the first part, so I'm not killing myself over it. Hashtag Belka did nothing wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Our post to
you're
the
talking
Iron
some
Bridge
dangerous
was
stuff
shot
there.
to hell by enemy aircraft. Those ever so helpful choppers were nice.
Let's be honest, nobody's going to be tuning in to this stream to watch me watch cutscenes. So
Sergeant Torch is our
I don't mind
driver.
talking over it.
Never knows when to shut up. Sergeant
But I do love
Hobsbawm,
these characters.
who never says a damn thing, mans the gun. And I'm Sergeant
I do
McKnight,
love
the
Hobsbawm.
captain.
He's just got that.
Since
He's
we're
got
all
that look in his
sergeants, we had
eyes.
to draw straws for
He's got
the
a,
captain's
just a little
seat.
bit smarmy.
The winner is yours truly. I'd live sweet and easy on this island for the rest of my
And
days.
it really isn't the worst story in the world. I do like it.
And are workaholics.
I'm just not.
We drove a whole mess of enemy
I'm not
troops
super
off this
invested
rock.
in it. You know what I mean?
And that's why we're holed up in this damn landing ship playing 5-card stud.
They always do a good job of
I
that.
don't
You know,
what
showing
those
you different
flyboys are
sides of
trying to
things.
pull, but this is the worst landing operation I've ever heard of.
Oh, for those of you reading the chat right now, Jack Killer is, oh man,
I always knew Donnie had
top
sticky
tier,
fingers. Apparently
top
he was
tier
robbing
memeing
banks
right there, my
before he joined
friend.
the service.
Big PP, as my
What
man
an idiot.
PewDiePie would say, Big
Just
PP.
hear me out.
Oh man,
About
but
5
yeah,
years ago,
oh,
before
one of
I
my
joined the
favorite
military,
memes is the
I
guy
was
in
digging a
Crusader
tunnel
armor
straight towards Grace Marion
jogging,
Central Bank.
and it says,
Donnie
"Oh, you
says
talking
the
mad
Estevacans
smack for
haven't
somebody
been
in
able to get the
crusading
safe
distance,"
open yet.
and that is,
He
oh, that is
also
just
says
fantastic
he
stuff.
dug an
I love
underground
it.
tunnel
That
that got him
is
within
my
a
new
few feet
favorite
of the
thing.
vault.
I'm probably gonna use
This
that. I
guy
hope
for
you're okay with
real?
me just blatantly stealing
But
it.
if he really
You're
dug a
talking mad
tunnel that
smack
close
for
to the
somebody in
vault,
qualm distance. And
I
for
just
anybody
wanna know
watching
one
who's not
thing.
sure what that means,
What
a
the hell
qualm
are we
is
still doing here?
what was it? It's a quick
Once we're
maneuver
back on the mainland,
air-to-air missile.
We've got to get to that
And
bank before
oh
the
man, I just love those
Estevacans
things.
Get their
It is
filthy paws
it
on
is
our loot.
crazy.
What do we got to lose?
Oh, I will. I'm gonna use that on my roommate the minute he walks through the door. You better believe. So yeah, looking at my stream time, I got started right around 5 minutes on that mission. Took about 2 more, maybe 3 for that cutscene. So that mission was like 22, 23 minutes of just me flying around, shooting things on the ground. In the future, rocket launchers. Next time I come up on one of the fortress missions or one of the anti-ground missions, going with the rocket launchers. Anya Landing. Now this is actually a great place to use the rocket launchers now that I think about it. Warlock and Marigold will have a ton of ground targets in front of them. Lots of things standing still, like anti-air guns. Tanks will drive forward in line, then come to a stop. Lots of great places to use rocket launchers. So this is definitely a mission where I will be using rocket launchers. For those of you who aren't familiar with the game, at this point in the story, we were originally pushed out of Grace Maria all the way across Ameria to Kesed Island, and we have now fought our way back across Kesed Island and have now made it to a point where we can take our troops from Kesed Island and actually land them on the mainland to start making our way back through the country and taking back places in our home nation. Use my knowledge, I beg you. Oh, I will, Jack. You better believe I am more than happy to use some cool stuff that somebody came up with that made me giggle. Oh, you better believe. I will blatantly steal that. I will rip that off. It'll be great. I'll just walk around. Did I? What? Hold on.
It would be to our advantage if you
disconnected from Xbox Live. I disagree. I'm not sure how that works. It's backwards compatible, right? So the only, hold on, compatible one, it actually interrupts my stream when I pop up the guide menu. But yeah, it disconnected the backwards compatible part of the game from Xbox Live services for the 360, but it did not disconnect me personally from the Xbox One servers. I'm not sure how that works. I will be completely honest with you. I do not know how that works. But yeah, so we're now going to land on the mainland. You can see we've got Warlock, Operation A. They're going to be going in, landing on the ground and pushing forward. Then we've got Quacks over here doing their thing. They're always the side guys. They're doing all the crazy weird things with like fewer tanks and stuff. Then you got Marigold. This is the first time we get to see the Amerian fleet participate in operations. This is actually some really cool stuff. I do love the flagship Marigold. It looks neat. I don't know if we'll be able to get a close-up of it. Oh wait, yes we will. I know how. I can show it to you. I do love how that ship looks. It just looks really cool. I can go down here to Gallery. I can go over here to Assault Records. I can go over to Republic of Ameria, go down here to the Marigold ship, and look at that thing. Look how pretty that is with all the little radar domes on it and stuff. Look at that neat little ship. I like that thing. That's all. Nothing else. I just like it. I think it looks cool. The flagship Marigold. Anyway, so that is definitely something I'm going to use on my roommate. You talking mad smack for somebody in qualm distance. And he'd seen me play a few of these games, so I think he might get it right away. He might not, but I'll explain it to him pretty quick, and he'll get a kick out of it, I'm sure. In any case, we are 34 minutes into the stream, and I've only done one mission. So how about we start closing the gap on that statistic, shall we? We're going to be going with rocket launchers. We're going to give him the AA. I do not remember if there are going to be stream team members here for us to dogfight against. The last one just ran away and then came back, and then ran away and then came back. But if there are any here, hopefully it'll be a little bit more high octane and a little bit less watching them leave and then watching them come back and then waiting for my allies to shoot them down and We're gonna go. I usually do the airfield recapture, but I think I'm gonna help Warlock, and I let Warlock down that last mission. They ended up failing their objectives because of me, so I'm gonna make it up to them right now. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna make sure Warlock hits the ground alive and well.
This is Warlock Battalion. We'll be disembarking on the central coast.
Alright, so let's see. This is gonna be a wide one. We've got a lot of space to cover, so I'll be covering Warlock and the Marigold to our right. I will not likely be covering quads for this one, but I watched their backs on the last one, so hopefully they'll be okay with it, you know? Okay, cool.
Begin operation.
Saw a missile alert, and I realized it was coming from off to my left at a bad angle, so I kind of panicked for a brief second there, but without really any reason for it. So, guess I'm fine. Didn't realize I needed 2 missiles for these. Now that I know that. There we go. Much better. Much better. Gonna knock these sea forts out real quick. Help my boys. And girls. In this world, I'm pretty sure that there are women in the military. I think one of the pilots that assists you throughout the game is named call sign Lana. She's a girl. She's a lady. She's a woman. It's equal opportunity in the military in this world. This world of I believe it's called Strange Real. I believe that is what canonically this world is referred to as is Strange Real. Hey, no, come here. What are you even? What are you doing? I'm trying to line up a shot on you and you're being difficult. All right, now that should do it. Just the one should do it, but both are gonna hit because yeah, that's just my luck. I fire one that's bad, so I fire a second one that's better, and ends up they both hit him because I didn't need the second missile in the first place, and it's just fine, whatever, fine. Do it live. That should have hit, but I didn't see any damage, so... And I thought for certain I had to shoot on that one, so I'm gonna fire another one, then he's gonna hit. No, hey, haha! First missed, so it was actually worth it that time. Fantastic. Alright. Now, I see some tanks to my right that are a little bit better lined up, so I'm not gonna use the rocket launchers on these ones. Not just yet. Not just yet. What was that, playing AC-7 campaign stuff with the planes unlocked is a little fun. Oh yeah, hey Bandog, why am I flying this Mirage 2000 meanwhile the guy over there is in a YF-23, and it's like, shut up and mind your business. I'm the one that controls you, prisoners. Oh man, that's fantastic stuff. That is beautiful. I don't need to kill an APC. Why would I be lining up on an APC? Why are there so many APCs out here? Are they just makeshift anti-air guns or something? Okay, here we go. Here's where I get to redeem myself with all the bad shooting I did in the first couple of missions I used the rockets. That should be 3 kills, and I got 1. Never mind. When I said redeem myself, what I meant was make myself look like a fool. I just want to be a good pilot, boss. I'm gonna try being a little bit ridiculous, and actually got a few good kills with that. That was fantastic. All right. I can't even be too upset. That was good. That was good. Can I get 4 targets at once, please? Oh, yes, okay. Feeling much better about my ammo reserves right now. That was great. Okay, something just flew over my head. Oh, yeah. Troop carrying? Yeah, I know, but why are there, like, regular troops on the ground when there's heavy armor and aircraft flying overhead, you know? This is an arcadey action shooter in a fictional universe where aircraft and tanks do all the work. So why would they be bringing troop carriers? Why would they be bringing troops at all? You know? I'm just saying, man. I don't know if that's the smartest thing.
Forces are down. Looks like this will be an easy ride for our forces coming ashore.
Kill that guy. That guy. Please just give me the next, thank you. Like I said, if I was... Oh. What just happened? I think almost every rocket I fired just hit that one poor pillbox.
We have radar lock on.
Well, I can guarantee you one thing, nobody's surviving from that pillbox. Looks like this aircraft is the last thing in this area. I got that last pillbox, now it's just this guy. And he is having a real bad day, and I just got shot. Who did that? Who do I have to kill? Uh-oh.
Launching missile.
Oh boy. An awful lot of you guys, aren't there? Good thing I took those out. Those could have been a problem. I am on ace difficulty, so that one bullet that hit me did 22% of my health. I gotta be real careful. Alright, those are probably misses, but I got 2 of them, so I'm okay. Oh, I got 3 somehow? That, I'm not even mad anymore. That was great. I'm just gonna strafe these 2. I think I can get them before I hit the ground. Yeah, we're good. I'm usually really bad at that. Nope. Nope. That one is yours. That one is mine. And he already just got hit, so he's having a bad day too. Alright. But yeah, this, oh man, freaking 7 is fun. 7 was fun with Bandog and the prisoners, the spare squadron. I actually, I sometimes name my shoulder pets in ARC after characters from Ace Combat series. I think one of them I named, was it an otter? I think I named an otter Nagase at one point, and I had a bulldog that I named Spare 8. Also, if you're using a 10, the A10, oh yeah, you could say Bert instead of Plum. It still works. It's basically the same. It's actually even more scary because that thing is firing usually a larger caliber than the Vulcans typically of other aircraft. I think an even bigger caliber than most Sea-Wiz guns fire. Come in low. I don't want to hit this bridge, but I do want to come in low. Yeah, because I want that missile to fire over the top of me if I can. It's an awful risk to do that, but if I can get the missile to fly over the top of me, then it means I don't have to pull away and waste valuable time and effort dodging when I could be killing things, which I just realized I have a full bar. So I am gonna shoot everybody. You know what? I don't think I've ever fired rockets at a... I'm not gonna start today. I'm not gonna start today, actually. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Oh, that was nice. Alright, I'm gonna pull up a little bit before I come get this one. Oh. And then I'm gonna almost completely miss my target. Finish him off. Looking good. And my ally attack took care of everything over there, so we're set. We're gonna move forward. And what is our next target? It's that thing. Oh, it's a howitzer. Also, oh yeah. The Burt. Oh man. So I actually have an interesting story. I had a. Maybe it's not interesting. Hold on, I have to think about this. Is it an interesting story or is it just me talking more? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Huh. I think it's just me talking. Well, anyway, there was a soldier that, if I remember right, was related to me. I can't remember. This is a story from a long time ago. I was probably a kid at the time, and I don't remember stuff from when I was a kid so well. But yeah, got it. But I want to say it was my grandpa, maybe. I don't remember. But one of them was I think in the Gulf War. Might have been the Gulf War. I really cannot remember. So anyway, I knew somebody who had the opportunity to be on the ground nearby when a close air support mission was called in nearby, and he actually got to experience the glory of an A-10 strafing an enemy position and destroying a bunch of stuff, specifically armored stuff, which was pretty dope. But man, I just, for some reason it escapes me. I just cannot remember. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of points right here. Man, there are an awful lot of missiles. Good. Here we go. I keep forgetting that's a thing. You guys wouldn't mind too terribly. Just maybe shoot some stuff for me. I think somebody got an AA gun. Finally, I got a shot. Not perfect, but better.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Please die. Ah, yes, okay. Not only did I get the radar, but I also took out the ship with that second missile. That makes me feel much better. Usually...
Enemy destroyer sent
Nope,
to the
I guess not.
bottom.
I'm gonna say, usually when you fire like that, the extra damage dealt by the missile, the explosion, usually damages the ship in addition to the gun that you take out. Hey, what's up, Depressed and Clifford the dog? Oh man, there's been a lot of talking. Hi, Hottie. What up? What's this? Glory. Oh yeah, glory. Yeah, I think that was the word I used.
Ground
I
target
believe
has been
glory was
eliminated.
the descriptor that I in fact threw out. Oh man, there is something shooting an awful lot of missiles at me. I need to fly faster.
Commencing full rocket
Hold up.
fire.
Oh! No, don't miss that one. Thank you. Cool. What was I? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Show feet now or I'm killing my dog. What? Why? What is your favorite porn star? No. Church of Bert. All glory to the Hypno. So those things over there are not targets. Those things over there are targets. So I'm gonna do the smart thing, and I'm gonna save some of my remaining ammunition for the things that are going to be coming after this part, which is
Sam kill confirmed.
oh no. Reinforcements. There's going to be reinforcements coming after this section, and I want to save some of my ammunition. I've got 36 missiles, which is plenty for like air targets and things, but wait. What am I? Are you serious?
This one's mine.
There's one plane.
Connecting ESM for
One.
Naruto 1.
There he is. Avalanches on him. Okay. I'm jumping off my house. Why? I found my new faith. The Church of Bert. I love that. I love that, like, every time I hear a cell phone vibrate, it kind of almost sounds a little bit like a distant A10 just turning something into applesauce. It's fantastic. Makes me so happy. No, I missed it. I missed the window. From the window to the walls. Until my gun shoots down tornadoes. There we go. That should do it. Are you serious? Alright. 33 missiles, I guess. It's fine. That was way more time than it needed to be. I did not realize there was a plane behind me over there. But that's alright. We'll get back up here. We'll deal with the reinforcements. It'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. Thanks for joining us, by the way, everybody. Depressed. I can relate. Clifford the dog. I'm not... I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. But yeah. Dude, actually, I do remember watching Clifford the Big Red Dog when I was younger. I think my, my sister used to watch it a lot. So I would walk in and I'd, you know, see she was watching on TV. I'd sit down on the couch. I usually had nothing better to do, so when I was like a young teenager, I guess. Right around that age, I was probably like, you know, 14, 15, something like that. Oh man, F-14s have really powerful engines. That thing is definitely outrunning me. Luckily, where'd you go? Where am I? Oh, there. Get him! Now these are Nimrods. These are pretty big, bulky aircraft. They're gonna need quite a few shots to take down. I'm gonna line up a little bit better behind it before I start acting all big and mighty. Like, I'm gonna take you down, buddy, but I need to get a better shot first. I don't want my missiles missing. I don't want to overshoot them. There we go. Did you watch Ace Combat Fans' video showing the Belkin point of view? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen that. That sounds awesome. I will definitely have to look that up. So he's really badly hurt. He's gonna, that missile will do it. Let me turn around and get the rest of these guys with another attack. Now those two should be dealt with. That is an awful lot of missiles to be flying at them. A lot of planes targeting them right now. Yeah, look at all those missiles on the mini-map. Are you guys really missing? Are you serious? Okay, no, they fixed it. There were just a lot of misses there. Shamrock's got this guy, but I don't think that's enough. I'm gonna help him.
Garuda 1 launched missile.
This guy
Missile struck
needs
target.
2 of them.
Half of the enemy reinforcements have been wiped out. Don't go about this alone.
Yeah. All right. Now there is still an F-14 on my butt. I might take him out real quick before I go deal with other things. And that was a bad shot. Thought I had a better shot than that. I did not. But right here, if I keep missing with my gun, I'll get him with the missile. All right. I started turning the wrong way. I need to turn to the right. Here we go. Everything's that way. There it is. You see that fight up there? That is really crazy. So many explosions. But yet, I will definitely look up a Belkin point of view video. That sounds amazing. I did love Ace Combat Zero so much. Solo Wing was one of the more interesting characters. I don't want to. What am I saying? I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. It was on the PS2. I remember Solo Wing being one of the cooler like wingmen to have with you, but also one of the cooler antagonists to have in the game in general. It was super awesome. I very much enjoyed the combat style, fighting with like professional or at least more skilled enemy groups. That was always cool.
Enemy plane in gun range.
Finally, I got the shoot,
Missile strike
and
confirmed.
yeah, I think he's done. Wait, maybe not. Did he? Oh my gosh, he brushed off the missile I fired at him. Oh, this might be bad.
Missile coming at me.
I gotta shoot him down. He's an ace. It's important. It's important.
Lock on.
Just gotta get a little closer, and he is, man, he's a squirrely one. There, I got him.
Garuda 2 launched missile.
Oh, but I don't think I got shoot on either of those missiles. Come on now. Spare 11 tabloid Ace Belkin. Oh, yeah. I think I remember that from the story. He mentioned it. That supposedly his people are known for treachery and such, and I think that came up in what, like near the end of the game, I believe. Nothing really came of it, but he mentioned it. All right, I got 9 missiles.
Target hit.
I might, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I just looked at the number of targets that are left on the screen. We need to get this done. I'm gonna gun this guy down because they're A-10s. They're fairly slow. I can probably get a good line on them. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and somebody took that one down for me. Thanks, Shamrock.
Talisman.
All right.
You have a bandit on your tail.
Even from up here, I think.
Garuda 1 commencing full rocket fire.
Oh, those might not hit. Yeah, that was oof. Bad. That's bad. That is really bad. But ah. Okay, 1 second. All but that one. Ah. I don't actually have to kill you guys, so I'm not gonna. They will. Oh, I just love watching all the missiles appear on the mini-map. It's great. Okay. Did they get Oriole? Is that, or is that...
Almost got him.
Is that Oriole up there? No, they got Oriole. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm stalling out because I'm going too slow because I'm being stupid. It's fine. They got that one. They got that one. Wait, did they get that one? Is that miss? Are those missiles going to hit? Yep, there they go. Okay. And I can fire my last couple of missiles at the final target, and we'll call it good. And that took almost 17, 18 minutes, something like that. probably longer than it should have.
Missile struck target.
I feel incredibly disappointed in myself that I did not fire 2 missiles, which is why now I'm going to make up for my mistake by doing a rocket.
Full rocket fire.
Heh. Now I'm feeling better.
The enemy on radar.
But anyway, yeah, for those of you
Wiped
joining
out
us just now,
completely. Mission
that
accomplished.
was Anya landing. We have landed on the mainland now after being driven out of our home. Got some nice scenery here. Lots of burning stuff behind me. Looking nice, looking snazzy. This was, I believe, the first Ace Combat game to come out on a next-gen console at the time. And I believe it was Xbox 360 exclusive as well. I don't believe this game was available on PlayStation at the time. Couldn't play AC-7, but your headcanon to Trigger's planes are the F-16, F-4E, F-15, and F-22, respectively, when he was, I'm assuming, part of Mage Squadron, Spare Squadron, whatever the third squadron he was a part of was.
Take a look. It's the mainland. Ghost eye to all forces. We're about to start the landing operation.
LSSG, I think, and then F-22 for when he became the leader of Strider Squadron, or maybe he was already the leader of Strider Squadron, and then after that he became the head of the LSSG, or something like that. In any case, yes, great game. Really sorry you weren't able to play it, but it is a fun one. I think they did the same sort of somewhat cheesy kind of story to it. The voice acting was a little bit better. I think the voice acting gets a little better every game. You know, as their talent improves. And when all the communications went down for those like last few missions or whatever happened, and okay, can you fast forward? Oh yeah, you can fast forward. You can slow down. Oh, that's neat. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I am not doing so great with not wasting missiles. I especially got towards the end of that mission there and ended up wasting like 6 or 8 missiles pretty easily and quickly. But yeah, not the end of the world. I'm still getting back into streaming, and I'm still getting back into the game, of course. But it is one of my favorite old games, well, 360 games. And man, what were those last 3 missions? It was like, I think it was like the first one. You was also the F-22 appears in the cutscene after Cosette jumps off the space elevator. Oh yeah, that is true. I do remember. I think that's even technically the cover of the game. But yeah, the what was it? It was like the drones, right? You go to take out the drone carrier, and then there's like those 2 super drones that manage to launch themselves. They start wailing on people. And that final mission, you go to deal with them. Hugin and Moonin, that was them. Hugin and Moonin, the 2 crows that are like alongside Odin. Odin's 2 crows. That is the name given to the final 2 enemies you fight in Ace Combat 7. That is yeah, that could mean that the F-22 is canonically his fighter, because it appears in the cutscene, and those kinds of things that they throw in are always neat little tidbits. Not always a 100% thing, but theoretically that would make it his canonical craft during those later missions. But yeah, I think there was even a mission before you take out the last what were they called? The last of the white birds. I can't think of what they were called. It's not Igaion. Igaion is in this game.
She was an Estovakian medical student studying in Northern
I don't know. I do. Oh man, they are some pretty cool names. What was it called? The Helsinki, I think, was the name of the. No, what was it? It was something else. The submarine from 5. In Ace Combat 5, there's a submarine
That going to Grace
threatening to
Maria
fire,
will
like,
somehow reunite
nuclear
them.
missiles or something to that effect. And I remember it had a really cool name, and I swear
that much out of her.
it was like Helsinki
Most
or
of
something.
the time, she hardly says a word.
But I also know
There's
Helsinki is
certainly an
a
odd
city
pair of travel companions.
in the world somewhere, but I
Two
can't think of
women.
where now.
Hopelessly
It's like
in
escaping
search of
me.
their
I want to say it's in
loved
Russia somewhere, but I could be wrong. In any case, that submarine was really cool. That submarine fight was a lot of fun. And I remember if you listen to the radio chatter in that, throughout Ace Combat 5,
Maybe
they
it's
talk
the
about the
language
Rosgrees
barrier.
being the demon that awakens.
But
Oh, capital of
talking
Finland is
doesn't
Helsinki?
seem to
No
be
kidding,
our
that is
strong
awesome.
point.
But yeah, Finland, great place. Never been. Beautiful though.
But I feel we share a common goal that goes far
yeah,
beyond words.
They were starting to think that the demon the demon Rosgrees was actually like, oh, we're the demon because we're the submarine striking from the depths when nobody expects it. They were firing those like ballistic missiles, the airburst missiles, but then you come along and you finish them off, and in the radio chatter at the end of the mission, you hear them saying like, I guess they were the real Rosgrees. And oh man, that's a good game. War Dog Squadron, and then by extension Rosgrees Squadron. They're pretty great. I think Chopper was easily one of my favorite characters of all time in the Ace Combat series, just because he was just kind of a loudmouth. I kind of liked him. But yeah, that was Anya Landing. We did Bartolomeo Fortress, then Anya Landing. What did we do? 3 missions, I think, the first day. Ooh, Silvat Town. This is it. This is that mission I was talking about. And this is where those rockets are going to come in super handy. And there are going to be a few Strigan team members that are going to jump in at us during this one.
Around the outskirts of Silvat Town. Those troops are isolated with no
Sherpa,
means of
Gavial,
retreat,
Barracuda, Grizzly, and
surrounded by
Dragonbusters, as
enemies,
well as
and on the
Stingray.
verge of total
Stingray is a
annihilation.
helicopter team.
With our substation as a focal
Helicopter
point, the enemy
squad.
is positioned a full 360 degrees around the troops, with intense attacks pounding away at our line of defense. If we could somehow manage to join up with our besieged forces there, we could considerably strengthen their position. This is where
This is one of those few missions
we
that
need
actually
you
has
to free up
so
our
many
surrounded
things happening all at
and
once
eliminate all
that it's
Escavacian
divided
forces
not
throughout
into
the
like
Rollins Plain.
3
Every minute
areas of
counts in this
operation, but
operation.
rather 6.
So get out there and get things
I do
done.
love this one. This one's rather fun. It's also rather challenging. Sometimes can be a little overwhelming with everything that's going on. But and especially being on Ace difficulty, there is so much stuff compacted into a narrow area. It is easy to miss a missile that's coming at you or something. Also, the cutscene after Cosette jumps is a little bit creepy. Yeah, that is true. That is. I would have to go back and replay the game to see the entire cutscene again, because I don't remember exactly what happens during the cutscene, but I definitely, distinctly remember feeling the same way. Like, man, that's a creepy cutscene. I just don't remember why exactly. Nonetheless, this mission is going to be a lot of fun. We're finally pushing back into Emeria proper, and this is a space. This is a city that was actually cut off during the Amerians' retreat to Kesset Island. Just for those of you who care about the story, it is on YouTube. I will look it up probably after I finish streaming today, which will probably happen here very shortly. More than likely after this mission, I will be calling it done for today. I do have things to do. I had a full morning before this. I've got some stuff that I need to do. I've got my roommate's gonna be coming home in like 40 minutes, and we've got to go drive like an hour and a half and go get some things done. There's some stuff going on today, but this is my favorite thing to be back doing. I'm playing a game I love, and I'm not underwater freaking out, freezing up, looking like a fool. I'm actually playing something I enjoy, getting to talk about it, getting to refresh my memory about Ace Combat in general, and planes and guns and stuff that I enjoy, something I like. And also getting to share that with other people like Jack Killer here, who's so gracious to have sat here and chatted with me this whole time. I will. Oh yeah, that, yeah. As seeing what you typed, just search on YouTube, Ace Combat 7, la 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 la. Yeah, that is creepy. I do remember that very distinctly now. That one is for the history books, for sure. But yeah, those of you caring any at all about the lore here, this is a mission where we are now relieving the pressure on our besieged troops who got isolated and left behind when we made a big retreat from the area to Kesset Island. So now we get to come back in and shoot a bunch of rockets at a bunch of tanks and stuff. It's gonna be a real good time. It's gonna have a lot of fun with that. Skynet, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I feel that. I feel that deep in my soul.
Time
Yes.
to take off.
So here we go. We're going to be alleviating the siege on Silvat. And we get to start over here with the isolated unit support, which is the one I always go through. Or we could start with long-range artillery unit and airfield defense and armored train assault and substation defense. But I always go for the isolated unit support first and foremost. I cannot imagine in a wartime situation, I know this is all fiction, but in a wartime situation, if I was ever in a position where I was just stuck, isolated, couldn't possibly hope to do anything on my own, and I was relying on somebody else for rescue, I would want somebody else to do whatever they could to come and help me out. And that to me is the most imperative thing.
That's right.
I'm not even going to bother with those vehicles. I might shoot at this plane, but that's about it. And then I'm going straight for our isolated unit because they need help. I will not leave them alone. I will save them. It's imperative to me, in my mind. I just obsess about it sometimes. Like, I can't leave them alone, man. I can't just let them die. Even when I come back through it, I play through from the beginning again, and I hit this mission, I try to go and do, other things, and, I need to get an S rank on this mission, or that operation, or do this a certain way so I can get that ace killed. I always end up gravitating back to this side of the battlefield where I can help these guys because they're isolated, and that is one of those, it is one of those that it just, I don't know, it just hits me in a certain way, and I feel like I cannot abandon them. I must assist. And there it is, it's Grizzly. I was thinking it was Dragon Busters, but I was wrong. It's Grizzly that's isolated. They need assistance because they are completely surrounded and cut off. And so, looks like Shamrock fired a couple of missiles, but he fired too early, and they did not reach their targets. So, I am going to help Grizzly deal with this the only way that I can, by shooting tons and tons of ordnance at it. And even though I missed all 4 of those targets, I hit the first 3. Alright, so I've already alleviated some of the pressure on them. I am going to shoot at some non-targets. You won't see me do this too much, but every once in a while, I like to get lots and lots of extra points. Points are good. I like points. Points mean money, which usually means that you can unlock new aircraft, new weapons for those aircraft. I don't need to do that. I have all the aircraft. I even have some DLC aircraft. I am getting shot at. Okay, I was going to say, Shamrock, if you do not finish that thing off for me, and I still miss, we're going to have problems. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, Shamrock's going to try and keep things off my back. He's been doing pretty good the last couple of missions. Yeah, there we go. Yar, they be dead. Good kills. Alright. We are going to move on to the next nearest mission, straight up, and deal with this. It is nice to get some points. Normally I would need points, but I don't because I have everything. So, yeah, I don't really need points for anything. Sometimes I just like to get them. I do believe getting those points also does improve your overall score.
Enemy radar vehicle destroyed. Knock down their defenses.
There we go. I was gonna say, not having an advanced surface-to-air missile position nearby would be nice. Just in general, just get rid of that. Just clean that up. Just tidy that up. Tidy that up a little bit. Another ESM that I don't like. There is an aircraft up here. aircraft target. It's an F-18. There's some nice planes, too. Do love F-18s. You know, the Blue Angels fly those. Am I going to be able to get a gun kill on a Strigan? Yeah! Feels good, man. Feels good. Okay. There should be 2 more of them up here somewhere. So I will need to keep my eyes open and be careful. Alright, got a couple more kills on the strafe.
Forces are eliminated. Operation accomplished. Air Force, our other guys need your help now. Radar vehicles need cover. Continue to support.
Radar vehicles need cover. Oh yeah, that's right. Sherpa is back there. I am probably not going to be helping Sherpa today. Just because I'm a greedy boy, and I am going to be using my rocket launchers religiously. And we are going to get so many kills. Alright, here we go, boys. Oh, I didn't quite get to aim better. I'm going to try and line this next one up just a wee bit more professionally.
We've lost about 60% of our forces. The enemy's on track to take over.
I think I'm out far enough. Ooh, somebody took down a Strigan. Whatever. That was probably Shamrock, and for that, I definitely missed again. That's fine. Not the end of the world. Just makes me sad at myself a little bit, you know? I think it's possible that aircraft are trying to line up on me up there, and they keep getting shot at or actually hit by my guy Shamrock up there. I have reason to believe that he is just ripping folks new holes, putting exhaust in places where exhaust should be for our enemies. And yeah, I'm betting that they don't appreciate that much. I'm betting they have to peel away from their attack runs on me quite a bit.
To go after an Slovakian unit that's just started pulling out of action.
What? Okay, guess I'll shoot this guy down then. That's fine. These guys are rather slow, so I'm about to overshoot them. Okay, we're fine. And just go nuts. Shoot everybody, guys. Not that guy. I got him. Yeah. Get him. You just start seeing things just disappearing off the radar. It's great. It is great. Yeah, that was, I don't know if you heard that, that was Lanner. Just now, actually, speaking. Tally ho, he won't get away from me. That was Lanner speaking up. You probably saw it on the screen at the top if you were, you know, of a mind to be paying attention. I know sometimes people watch these and they just kind of zone out and listen to people talk, especially if it's something you've already seen before, like a game you know, or if you're looking to learn a little bit about a game you might be watching, not for the, you know, chatter, but rather for like the story, the cutscenes. But anyway, regardless of, you know, whether you were paying attention or not, that was definitely Lanner talking. I don't know if you know this, but during the Falklands War, one British Vulcan was running low on fuel and decided to land on Brazil? Okay. Long story short, 2 Brazilian F-5E intercepted before the crew managed to ditch the missiles. Oh, jeez. The Brazilian government held on to the bomber for about 2 weeks before returning it. But, man, this A-10 is taking forever to catch up to. I'm just going to afterburn it. There we go. That'll take care of that. Before returning it, but kept at least 1 of the missiles. Oh, wow. Ooh, I saw a name. I saw Vega. What's up, Vega? How you doing? What up, girl? Pretty sure Vega's the, what was it? She was like an admiral's daughter or something? I don't remember for certain. I will outturn you. No, I won't. Oh God, no. You're in a Rafale, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You're in a Rafale, and I am in an F-16. I am in a Fighting Falcon. Don't get me wrong, the Fighting Falcon is a nice vehicle, but the Squall, I think it was called a Squall, the Rafale M Squall. Yeah, that's a better vehicle. That is a much, much better vehicle. Much newer, much better electronics. Just in general, it is a newer, better aircraft. which is one of those things where I am going to wait a second and then do this. Which is one of those things where, in real life, like a Generation, what is that, like a Generation 4, Generation 5 aircraft from France, the Rafale M, that would just outclass the ever-loving snot out of a, what was it, Gen 2, like a second or third generation aircraft like the F-16. The F-16, I believe, was devised back in, oh my goodness gracious, like, during Vietnam or something? I want to say the 70s? Yeah, I could be wrong. I could be way off, actually. But the Rafale, if I remember right, is like early to mid 2000s. Like, I want to say 2005, 2006 maybe. It is just a much, much newer, much better aircraft. And I would have to look that up to be 100%. But, yeah, Vega, you're upsetting me ever so slightly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive right back at the ground, and I'm just going to wait. Gonna wait. Somebody is gonna lock back onto me. Somebody is going to do that, and then I'm just gonna do this again. I'm just gonna let you guys cover me and take care of like everything. And in the meantime, I see another A-10, and I'm gonna take the easy target. Oh, you suck. Stricken Team's dead, homie. Were you not paying attention? Oh, there we go. This'll do it. This'll do it for sure. She is... Come on. I'm not getting the shoot. I'm not getting the... I'm not lining up well enough. I've got her at a disadvantage right now. This would be a great time. Yes! No! Did I overshoot her? Holy cow. I think she just outturned me, but for a second it looked like I actually overshot. Yeah, I think she's just out-turning me is what's happening. Actually looks like she's doing an E-brake maneuver, trying to, like, swim back and forth while slowing down to force me in front of her. So I think that is actually what's happening, is she's, Oh. Yeah, I cannot remember what that maneuver is called, but you, like, turn hard to the left, then you pull back, turn hard to the right, and, pull back again, and it, like, it lets you turn, and your opponent behind you, if you do it right, doesn't realize, but you're basically slowing way down and forcing them to, like, overshoot you so you can get a good shot at them, and I think that's what she just did to me. But, in any case, I'm starting to get really legitimately frustrated with this. She never takes this long to shoot down, ever, and I'm just gonna strafe some stuff.
Enemy facility was destroyed.
Yeah, there we go. That makes me feel better. I've killed some things. Stuff is blowing up. Feel better about that. Today we're developing an anti-radar missile with the possibility of developing a cruise missile. An anti-radar missile sounds like a science fiction description of a missile that just sort of destroys or, like, eliminates any potential radar contact that it would normally make. And that scares me a little bit. But also, it is absolutely crazy the kind of things that they do already with electronic warfare. I actually saw a CWIS on a... I actually don't know how to pronounce that, but it's like CWIS, I think, so I believe it's supposed to be CWIS. On a destroyer, going through its, like, programmed safety maneuvers, where it traces the outline of the ship that it's on, so that when it's engaging incoming targets, it won't accidentally shoot the ship itself. And I am still getting outturned really hard by Vega. She's really frustrating. I want to take her out. I can't even get, like, this isn't even a proper dogfight. She's just out, like, maneuvering me really, really bad. And I did just stall out, and that was my bad, and I feel stupid, but what can you do? I will get a shot right here, but it's not quite enough. I did finally get a shoot, and yes, okay, finally. Ah, that was way longer than it should have been. In any case, yeah, the CWIS, like, tracing the line, the outline of the ship.
The threat level for remaining Slovakian forces is down to about 60%.
Oh man, that sounds crazy. Like, using the actual radar that detects the missile to home in on the radar itself and destroy it with the missile. That actually sounds like the stuff of nightmares. and is quite fantastic. But yeah, the stuff that gets done these days with like electronic support programs and the kind of like ECM and ESM that gets used in actual modern warfare is absolutely remarkable and kind of cool, to be honest. I know I said stuff of nightmares, but I was overshooting those. That sucks. I know I said stuff of nightmares, but in reality, that stuff is just super, super dope. Alright, I'm gonna turn around, take advantage of all my teammates. You guys feel free to just go ham. I still got like 53 missiles, because this was actually a surprisingly short mission. And I'm just gonna shoot some stuff, because I've got so many missiles right now. I don't see why not. There it is. There's Lanner. She just said she had a line on the enemy and was commencing her attack. Good stuff. Yeah, Blue Max. Lanner and Blue Max are actually two characters in this that don't have, they're not mentioned in the assault records. Like, all the planes are. Avalanche, Wind Hover, Sky Kid, they all get mentioned in the actual assault records. So does the flagship Marigold. That one gets mentioned in the assault records. But, for whatever reason, Blue Max and Lanner, as well as I think at least one other aircraft or at least person, individual character in the game here, does not get mentioned in the assault records. And I am missing something. What? What is that over there? What is over there? There's something very far ahead of me. And I have no idea what it is, but it's apparently a target and I have to go and take it out. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. Luckily I have plenty of missiles, so whatever it might be, it's about to get shot a lot.
Commencing full rocket fire. Enemy tank destroyed.
Ooh, finally. The last group of missiles, actually. Oh, it's the gun train. I never realized this. I must have just always been shooting wild, or I must have just forgotten that the gun train was a target, even in the reinforcement section. Dude, the German Air Force wants their 5th-gen fighter to control UAVs. Full Arusia. That sounds horrifying. And, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Germany is a pretty great place nowadays. Like, all of the, all joking about, you know, their past aside, they're awesome right now. They have a great economy, great engineering. Volkswagen does, you know, great job with vehicles and stuff. Lots of good people too. Surprisingly enough, I actually ran into somebody. My last name, it turns out, is German, and I ran into somebody on Facebook who had looked me up. We have the exact same name, and so we got to talking. He actually knows enough English to chat with me, and we got to talking a bit, and it was just kind of funny, you know, nothing serious, just kind of talking, goofing around a bit, but yeah, it just so happens that you know, he, I think, was a student in college at the time, and was doing some kind of a school project about, like, I don't know, people in other countries and like cultures and things like that, and how like communication connects us all across the world. So it was it's one of the requirements to Eurofighter. Really? Hey, echoing! Bang, bang, bang!
Don't give me that, Sky Kid.
But yeah, it's one of the requirements to Eurofighter. Is Eurofighter the project that like the European Union has been collectively working on, like, aircraft together? Like, each of them is contributing elements to, like, these joint fighter projects. I feel like that's what that is, Eurofighter. But the KSK is under investigation because of far-right sympathies. Oh, okay, yeah. And yes, that is exactly what that is. That Eurofighter is the fighter being worked on by multiple members of the European Union. For anybody not familiar, a massive element of cooperation between members of the European Union is that they are all working together to create what is currently being known as a Eurofighter, and I don't know if they've actually made any yet, and they're out like working on new ones. But I do know that project is a massive endeavor, and it's really, really cool that all these European nations are coming together. The European Union are working jointly to create these aircraft. That is a really awesome thing. Round of applause for them. And it's really cool that they're working together. They're all, Europe has had plenty of conflict. Plenty of nations in Europe have had conflict between themselves, between each other. Lots of civil wars, lots of bloodshed and violence, and it's really awesome in this modern day, especially with everything that's going on today. It's really awesome that anybody can set aside differences and pasts and be able to work together and make positive impacts in the world and help each other and defend one another. And so the European Union, I think, is really cool. I do know there have been some situations, some problems related to, or if not completely started by, the European Union. I know there was like the whole Brexit thing. I know there have been a lot of concerns about like NATO and like interpolitical stuff. But primarily, I just want to applaud the cooperation of this whole Eurofighter project. I'm super happy to hear that that's still going on, and that they are that everybody's involved in it, making strides and doing what they can to unify and be a team. The only way Europe can stay relevant internationally is by unifying. Yeah, that is. There are so many tiny nations in Europe. It is not a single superpower. It is a collection of smaller nations working together, and it is like there are beautiful landscapes, and there's a lot of culture, and there are a lot of people, and so yes, each one individually is not that relevant in an international regard, but working together, coming together, and doing the things that they've done as the European Union and being united is really cool to me. And I'm glad to know that things are still positive in the world, even if not everything is done. But yeah, I do agree that they are too small to really be relevant on their own. So yes, unifying is sort of their way to balance out. But at the same time, I do think it's super cool that they go to the lengths they do to cooperate. So that is cool. But yeah, Germany wants to make a plane that controls drones. That is scurry. That is scurry. But hey, that is something that could be explored. Also, Euro MBT, and a turret that I've never heard of with a Leo 2 hull. I have heard of a Leo 2, but I do not actually know what it is. I'm sure we're getting tired of watching my first-person view, but I had put it on pass so we could see some cool shots, and I don't know when the controller got bumped. And because the countries alone don't have the resources or the economy, their empires allowed it. But now, in the modern day, without being imperial, they don't have the income or resources necessary as nations individually to remain relevant on an international stage. That is absolutely true. But I personally love the old, backpacking through Europe thing. There are so many cool places out there. There are so many interesting people. And I think definitely anybody who thinks that Europe is a bad place, you're wrong. It's a great place. There are lots of cool things out there. And somebody described it as like, if you lived in Texas, for example, if you lived in Texas and you lived in like Austin and wanted to drive to Dallas, you might drive, I forget how far Austin and Dallas are from each other, but you might drive an hour or two, or even 3, to get from Austin to Dallas, and it would feel like you hadn't gone anywhere, because you only drove between Austin and Dallas. You just took the interstate, you drove through a couple of cities, and you went from Austin to Dallas. However, if you were in Europe, and you were in, like, say, Sweden, for example, I believe Sweden is part of continental Europe. I don't think they're on an island. Wow. High school geography just fully escapes me anytime I need it. But in any case, you could drive through a number of countries if you were to be driving in, like, the same amount of space as you were from, say, one side of Texas to the other. if you were to do that same distance in Europe, you could cross through 2, 3, 4, 7 countries in the same space, just because there are so many different nations there. Some of them have interesting looking borders, and you could cross through a whole bunch of them just by driving on a highway. At the same time, you might pass through 3, 4, 5 different cultures, and you might see different buildings and different landscapes. You might pass through an area of hills and mountains. You might pass through an area of lowlands and plains. You might pass through an area filled with forest and lots of greenery and undergrowth. And it's one of those things. I've always wanted to go to Europe. I've always wanted to travel through the area and meet some of the people. Maybe I'm a shut-in and I'm autistic, so I don't always get people when I'm like face to face. So I might have some trouble with that, but I still think that would be a great experience. And I love the thought of it. But I do know that there has been a lot lately, at least that I've heard of, a lot of people that I have interacted with recently have acted as though or spoken as though Europe is some kind of horrible place. But I just gotta say that's just not true. Any part of the world, you're gonna have good and bad. There is no one location on this planet that is like a utopia. Anything good comes at a cost, one way or another. But I was talking about Germany earlier. Like, their economy is really fantastic, and they have a lot of really positive things going on right now. With like, I guess there was a big thing for students to get their education almost entirely for free within, like, I think that was within the last like decade. I might be wrong. Forgive me if I am. But I do remember talking to a student, like I mentioned, who had the same name as me. I do remember that coming up, how all of his tuition was paid, which was really, really cool. But that is another thing that I'm a little bit worried to hear, is that the KSK is under investigation due to having far-right sympathies. But the people of Germany nowadays, I don't think would stand for something like that ever happening again. And I don't necessarily think that we'll ever see a repeat of the situations which led up to some of the travesties of the early 20th century.
Is now free.
All of that out of the way. Moving on, dude, it takes longer to get from the capital of my state to the border with the other state than it takes to get from Berlin to Prague. Dude, for real. Absolutely, it is nuts. Like, there are absolutely some good-sized countries. Like, Italy is really long one way, but short the other. Of course, it's surrounded by water, so that doesn't really help my case here. But, dude, there are like 3 or 4 countries in some areas that are smaller than just even just Spain by itself is bigger than a lot of countries in Europe. And so it is absolutely nuts. And I would love to visit some of the places around there. Italy, Greece, lots of Mediterranean places out there are just really, really cool, filled with all kinds of cool culture and great people. Maybe once this pandemic's over, maybe someday I'll save up and me and my wife can take a trip out to Europe someday. That would be really cool, but who knows if that'll ever happen. Watch Duel. I will definitely watch Duel. Or Die Well? Did you accidentally put an E at the end of that and it's actually Die Well and I thought it was something in another language because I'm an idiot? Is that what happened? I'll give you a second to answer that question. In the meantime, this is going to be it for me for today. We have successfully broken the siege on Silvat. We have defeated Bartolomeo Fortress, and we have landed at Ania and relieved the siege on Silvat to push forward into Ameria. We are well on our way. It is German, okay, so it is probably pronounced D-well, or something to that effect, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% on German pronunciation right now these days, you know. But it is great. I can clearly see that I have like 5 viewers. All 5 of you are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Echoing, if you're listening, thanks so much for being my moderator, man. I really appreciate you being around. It's always great to have you, my friend, be here. Jack Killer, especially, thanks for chatting with me today. No. Thanks, Echoing. I love you too, buddy. He's a joker. Ignore him. But Jack Killer, thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting with me, man. I appreciate your wealth of knowledge, and I appreciate your appreciation of these games. I love chatting about them, and we'll be back probably on Monday. No guarantees, but probably on Monday around the same time. I'm sorry if my schedule is a little weird. I will definitely be logging on to Twitch at some point to make sure that I probably have to do it from my computer. I'm not really sure how, but I will definitely hop on and make sure to get my schedule thing fixed on the actual page. If you are of a mind to do so, please feel free to go to my Discord. I do have a Discord server. I'm looking at possibly getting some cool stuff to add there, and maybe even just sit and chat with all of you. I don't know. Maybe we can share some stuff and just chit chat. Who knows? Whatever you guys feel like doing. But thanks again for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun for me. I get to play a game I love, and I get to chat with you guys. Let's watch this cutscene, and then I'm out for the rest of the day.
Who does this guy think he is? No way we'd ever lose to a bunch of guys like this.
Enough already. Take him away.
Lieutenant, I got a little piece of advice for you. Go dance with the angels. Come on! Except I'll bet you couldn't dance your way out.
The prisoners are much different than before. They finally have some backbone and are brimming with confidence.
Okay, so I'm back. It was
It must be
it's getting hot in here, so I just
they're all so
had to
fond
step away for a second and go stand in front of the air conditioner. Oh goodness. And I forgot to stretch.
Apparently
Don't forget to
he fought
stretch,
his
guys.
way
If you're
through
sitting
insurmountable
watching,
odds
you can always stand up, march in place,
soldiers.
do a couple of trunk twists, reach down, touch your toes, do some lunges, stretch out your hamstrings, There it is. Go dance with the angels.
Another defiant one.
Stretch out your hamstrings, stretch out your calf muscles. Always good to get up and do a little something, move around a bit before sitting back period of time. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, there's that Discord invite. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. If you scroll down, if you're on like a computer or something, I think you can scroll down from my my feed. Should be on there too. In any case, big thanks to everybody who was here. I love you all. Go and be good.
Our forces
I
have
don't know,
expanded.
whatever. I'm checked out now. I got stuff to go prepare for. So y'all have a good one. It was great being here, and I hope I'll see you next time. Peace and God bless.
There's a section where enemy defenses are low,